Hey guys, Geno Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. You only get one arm because the other one's holding this board. Whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, this is going to be a video for Buckrun11's November Prepper Challenge. Uncle Buck asked us to build something for his November Prepper Challenge. My stuff that I build it's practical, it's useful, it doesn't look pretty, but it serves a purpose, and that's what I'm building right now. Our garden hose spigot thing outside, it's got a long pipe that comes up, and then it's got the attachment for the hose at the top. And every winter it freezes up, and every winter we try something new to try to keep it from freezing up, because anybody who's ever dealt with busted pipes in the middle of wintertime knows how badly it sucks. Something that's really bad to suck on, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, here's what I'm doing. I just got a few pieces of scrap pallet wood here, and to keep them from splitting, I'm using just a little drill bit to pre-drill holes where I'm going to put screws in. Just a couple of holes like this down the side, to where I will come back and put screws in to hold these boards together. I'm building a three-sided box is the goal for the first part. Alright, now I will put on my handy dandy screwdriver thing, and hope I can get my holes lined back up pretty much. And we're going to screw it together. These are just little 1-inch deck screws. Like I said, this is just some scrap pallet wood. And I'm pre-drilling them to keep from splitting, because pallet wood is usually dried oak and it will split on the ends pretty easily. And I've learned the hard way over the years, it's best just to go ahead and pre-drill a little hole rather than try to deal with a bunch of split wood that you got to try to piece back together. So this is all I'm doing for now. Going to screw this little box together. I'm going to put one more piece on the top here. I'm going to do it the exact same way. I'll just put me a board up here and cut it off. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be level and square and none of that kind of stuff. I don't care. That's not my goal. This is just about as high as the piece of pipe that's coming up out of the for the water hose spigot, and you'll see that whenever we get ready to put it all together. So, alrighty, here we go. This is first thing is to build a little box. I got one more little piece to cut and put on top here that will make a three-sided box, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm marking my little top piece here where I want to make my cut. Now, hand saws. These, you need to have a good hand saw. If you plan on doing any homesteading where you're going to be doing small building projects, I will have this piece cut, and I cut just about everything that I do. I use this. This is, I think I paid like 20 some odd dollars for it on the internet. It's a DeWalt hand saw. It's a great saw. It holds a good edge. And rather than drag cords out and get a skill saw out or a circular saw or a jigsaw or whatever, it's just as easy and quick for me to saw with my hand saw, of course. To saw with the hand saw to get the pieces that you need, rather than using electricity, or it would take me longer to drag the cords out and hook everything up. But this is the reason why. I've had a couple of people ask me why I keep a hand saw. I got a couple of these handy, and this is why. Most of my little small building projects, this is what I use for a saw rather than using in some kind of a power tool. So anyway, now I'm going to screw this on just like I did the rest of them, and we'll get back with you here directly. Okay guys, before I go any further, I just want to say this is how I am doing this little project for my water spigot. I'm not recommending this. I'm not, there's going to be dudes who tell me I should have done this, should have done that, but I'm working with what I have, and I happen to have an extra thing, the expandable foam gap sealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this whole box up with this expandable. I'm going to fill the whole thing up. fill up as much as I can anyway until I run out. This stuff is usually just a couple of bucks at your local hardware store, your local big box store, whatever the case may be where you see it. But this couple of dollars worth of this expandable insulation is hopefully going to save me several dollars on having to buy a new piece of pipe or a new water spigot for the hose. Like I said, I'm going to use as much as I can. I'll probably put the whole can in here. Give it a shake to build up some more pressure. Oh, that was great. And it looks like we're just about empty on this can here. So now we're going to let it set for a little while and it'll expand out a little bit more and fluff up. And this is really good insulation because it's just, you know, traps a bunch of little bitty air bubbles, and all them air bubbles is a good insulator. So that's what the plan is. And once this gets set up, then we will come back and do the last final step, and we'll go from there. So we're just going to let this set up now. It'll take, I don't know, a couple of hours for it to get stiff enough to where I can work up a little bit more with it. So we'll see you guys here in a little while. Okay, guys, it's tomorrow now. I mean, it's today, but we started the video yesterday, so on the video it's tomorrow, and I need a Tylenol just thinking about it. So I got caught up in some other stuff, and then we spent all morning long grocery shopping, or hunting as I like to call it. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is you can see that the box is completely filled up with that foam, expandable foam insulation. So I'm just going to take an old knife now that's got a decent edge on it, and I'm just going to square it up on the box here and cut it to where it is even. You're going to be careful with this stuff. I don't think you want to leave it laying around to where you can let your chickens or your animals or anything like that get a hold of it. But all I'm going to do now is just going to start cutting it out to where it is flush with the box. Shave it off to where it's flush. Like that. And once I get it all flushed up and squared off, then we'll go to the next step. So we'll see you here in just a couple of minutes. Okay, guys, so now that we've got this squared off, we're going to take and we're going to do some general measurements. This is where the garden hose spigot is, and I'm just going to take my knife and score right about where the top of the faucet is here. That way I'll know where the top of it is, and then we're going to carve out a little tunnel here for this pipe and a little bit bigger area for this up here, which I'm going to measure now, about right to there. So now that I've got my two marks, I'm just going to kind of take and hollow this out a little bit. I'll make this top part up here a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger for the spigot itself. And then down through here, we'll make it a little bit more narrow, just for the pipe that goes through here. So now it's just a matter of scoring it out and taking my knife and hollowing it out a little chunk at a time. And once I get it all out and said and done, then I'll get back with you and we'll put it on and see if it fits and see how it works. So we'll be back here directly. Okay, guys, you can see I got my area here hollowed out now, and we're just going to see if it's going to fit. Oh man, fits good. Now hopefully this is going to keep this insulated throughout the winter time so that this particular pipe doesn't freeze and bust. It has frozen and busted the last 2 winters on me, and I just don't like to have to replace it all the time because it gets pricey. So we're going to see if this couple of dollars worth of materials will save me. I think these were $28 for this one here. So I hope that works for you, Uncle Buck. I hope this is an okay build project. I will leave a link to Buckrun11's channel. Check him out. It's an awesome channel. He's got really cool stuff going on, and he'll have a playlist for all of his challenges. He does one every month, what he calls the Prepper Challenge, just to keep people involved and keep people in the mindset of doing things and being prepared and more self-sufficient. So check him out. Uncle Buck, hope this works. I hope it works too. So you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.